Hey everyone, welcome back to Lambs and Rams, and today we're going to show you everything you need to know to shear your show lambs.
So these are not our sheep, these are it's actually not even our show, but I highly do not recommend waiting till show day to shear the first layer off. This is way too much. Whereas if you keep them sheared down, they can stay cool enough to eat, and you can see what you're working with.
When shearing your lamb, you want to shear in the longest lines possible. It will help make your sheep look more natural, as well as making it appear longer. You are probably wondering why there is a rag on the lamb's head. We found it to actually be one of the best ways to help sheep calm down while they are on a stand.
You see these little lines that I left the first time, so you just kind of go back over it and get all those.
When shearing the shoulders and hips, you again want to use long lines, creating longer looking legs. When trimming the lamb's legs, the main goal is to make the lamb's bone look as thick as possible. My camera lost the footage, but when you begin with the legs, you want to spray Pro Pink on the legs and then use a blower to blow the shag upwards. Then you can begin the next step.
Then we comb the wool up on the front and the back legs. Combed it up, we blend it down with the clippers. With the front legs, on this inside, we take a wipe with the clipper and come down and right off that bone right there. So just take a wipe right off the bone, just like that. And then that kind of gives us a starting point to blend everything else down. So we'll just use that point to work everything else in. So you don't want to leave the wool right here, because if you do that, what you want to do is give that leg as long a look as possible. So you want to trim that all the way down so that leg, this forearm, looks as long as possible. And then so you clip everything off until you get almost to this knee, or almost past the knee, and then you start trimming it or blending it down. Same thing on this side. We're gonna make a wipe down the middle of the, down the inside of the leg, and come right off that bone right there. And then we use that point to blend everything else. Once we have that blended, we use the comb again to just comb it down, to blend it down. On the back legs, we're going to come down with the clipper, clear down to the bend in the hop. So come all the way to that point on the front of the back leg. So again, you want to make this part of the leg look as long as possible. Give that lamb as long a look on this back leg as possible. So that's why you bring it all the way down. You don't leave anything to cover this forearm up. And then you'll have a little bit of wool right here, but we shouldn't leave much. So we're going to clip most of that out, just enough to make that look level with the leg. And again, on this back leg, you basically just follow this bone down and off of the elbow right there. So just straight down. On the inside of the leg, if I could get this lamb to set up a little bit better, what you want to do is bring that down, and you kind of want a straight line. You want to make these back legs look as wide as possible. You want a wide base here, so you want to make these back legs look as wide as possible. So you bring this in a little bit closer, nice and straight. It makes it look like you have a little space in between the legs here. on this side, we're gonna go straight down to the bend in the leg here. You can take all that wool down and then just kind of level this off to the sides here and then blend it down.
So usually we start with the head while it's still in the stand to get this top part, because they don't love this touch with the shears. So you can see right here we've got everything we possibly can get before we take them out of the stand. Because I'm a wimp and I can't fight them for too much. And they just don't like this right there by the ears and face. And so it's easier if you can just adjust everything right here on the stand, get everything you can on the stand, and then pull them off.
So I'm sure everybody has heard the saying, the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut is about 2 weeks. So a lot of people have different opinions about the head. Some people like to shear the head a couple of days earlier, so you have a little bit of regrowth, so it doesn't look quite as sharp where you've sheared, and it blends in a little easier. Some people leave the tuft. Some people will leave the wool right around the ears. So there's 100 different ways to do it, and I don't know that there's one way that's absolutely correct.
At last, the final step is to spray conditioner. We use Sullivan's Revive, but any designated livestock conditioner will work. This will help make the hide look and feel better.
Okay, he looks good.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you learned something or found it entertaining. If you have any great tips, let us know about them in the comments below. And we'll see you next time on Lambs and Rams.